Welcome. I am the Moonshin King. Welcome to the Moonshin Reviews. Today is another free comic book day. I am not certain which year this was, but I'll put it in the title. Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers. I've never read an Avengers comic before. Jason Aaron, Sara Pichelli, Justin Ponso, plus Captain America by Ta-Nehisi and Leinil Francis Yu. Would be a new thing for me. Here we have Thor. He actually looks quite like Chris Hemsworth, except with a bigger beard and bigger muscles. Captain America, of course, looking very solemn. Iron Man. No, I can't say I'm a big fan of his face in this. He just seems not very detailed compared to other people. And I know he's metal and all that, but I don't know. He looks quite plain to me. It would be cool if his eyes lit up or something. And why does he look like he's doing magic or something, like Scarlet Witch? His hand does not look robotic here, like it's armored. But I don't understand this. This looks like a Ghost Rider, Black Panther. This green woman might be She-Hulk. I don't know anything about her other than that she's called She-Hulk. But she looks kind of green. So I'll go with that. Unless she's Gamora, but I don't think I see anyone else from the Guardians, so I think this is Hawkeye, since I know he's purple in the comics. And this I think is Captain Marvel, because of this pattern. So first time reading an Avengers comic. Let's see what it has in store, shall we? Old Asgard. This is an ominous and god-forsaken land. With all due respect, my king, Asgard is not looking pretty at the moment. It looks like it's been in a war. Abandoned. Like shells have been falling on it. Explosions everywhere. Instead of guarding the ship, we should be guarding you. The invitation said to come alone, and we would not want to anger our host. This land may be forsaken, but believe me, it is not God-forsaken. Very nice sense of humor have you. And its ground should not be tread upon lightly. Oh, I see. Black Panther is coming to Old Asgard. For some reason, well, I know why. I thought it was the king, Odin, who was coming back here, since obviously he is a king. And I saw this big picture of him as soon as I came to the page. I did not notice Black Panther there. He just blended into the background. Not even by kings. You came. You sent a talking raven to my home. How could I deny such a request? From Odin, the All-Father of Asgard. I am amazed by the capability of the ship that he has. Wakanda truly does produce amazing products. I'm not sure how the comics differ from the movies, but Asgard is a different planet, isn't it? Well, it's not round like a planet in the film, but it is you need to travel across space to get there, I'm assuming still. Alas, Asgard is not what it once was. And neither am I. Well, you still look pretty big and mighty to me. antlers for a crown. That is very beastly. Let's hope you are Lord of Wakanda. I'm not sure what he's referring to there. Let's hope you are what? I don't get it. Oh, I see. Asgard is not what it once was. Let's hope that you are what you once were, I think is what he's saying. Well, that's the only thing he could be saying. You talk as if we've met before. I believe I would remember such a meeting. I've met many of you Panther Kings over the eons, more than my aging omniscience can even recall, going all the way back to when your kingdom was still naught but a cave. I've noticed that you all seem to have one trait in common. For some reason I find it hard to believe that the Odin would be meeting with all these Black Panthers. I don't see what the purpose would be, to be honest. Especially going back all that time. Why would he care about this kingdom, this human kingdom? But apparently he did. A fierce devotion to protecting your people from all outside forces, to the point where others label you cold and stubborn, merciless and warlike, foreboding and profoundly dangerous. Those aren't necessarily words I would use to describe him, the Black Panther from the movie. He didn't seem that cold to me and heartless to me, but maybe it's different. That's all I know from Black Panther from the movies so far. In other words, I've always liked you. So he can relate to this guy. Maybe that's why he always has his little late night chats with all of these panthers. I've recently failed in my duty to protect my own kingdom. The grand and golden Asgardia was laid to waste by the god-hating beast known as the Man-Gog. I don't know what the Man-Gog is. I can't even imagine. Many Asgardians suffered, and now the gods live in squalor amid the ruins of our ancestral lands. Why were they not enslaved? Why are they not in prison of some sort? Why are they just sitting around twiddling their thumbs? Did this Man-Gog not want to take over Asgard? Build where Asgard used to be? Was there an army, or was it just one person, this Man-Gog? Many Asgardians suffered, and now the gods live in squalor amid the ruins of our ancestral lands. But all of that is nothing, I fear, compared to what is coming. Which is why I've called you here, Black Panther. I should have listened to your ancestor 1,000,000 years ago. I should have shown mercy if I had. Wait, he talked to his ancestor 1,000,000 years ago. How long have humans been around again? It escapes me. Is he referring to a Black Panther 1,000,000 years ago? I'm confused. If he had known, I'm guessing he's going to say. No, if I had perhaps the final host would show some to us in turn. He didn't show mercy And now the final host is showing no mercy. Who is the final host? But I fear the time for mercy has long since passed. 1 million years, but that's impossible. There were no Homo sapiens 1 million years ago. He thinks like me, indeed. He thinks like me. Perhaps not, but there were gods. So his ancestor was a god. Was he black also? And cavemen with the powers of gods. Cavemen are Homo sapiens, are they not? And an infuriating wizard, a dragon princess from a mystical hidden city, and a flame that burns still, a cosmic inferno that can never be extinguished. Now he's just speaking gibberish. We stood together at the dawn of man, the whole motley lot of us, and we fought to save the world. Perhaps that was our biggest mistake. Perhaps it would have been far kinder if we'd let it die. Okay, first of all, I didn't realize Odin was 1 million years old. Secondly, I didn't realize that he helped create the earth, or humans, or life, or something to do with the world. And so did the Black Panther, apparently, the original one. If this is the original one, maybe there's an even older one. But how is he a Black Panther if a Black Panther does not yet exist? Are there Black Panthers on other worlds, perhaps, that were created before? And also, looking at my first impression, this is not what I expected from a god. I'm just saying, a god who helped create the world, which I think is what he said. This is not what I expected. He looks even more primitive than, I don't know, a human version. What's so special about this costume? 1 million years BC. Could have thought of something a bit more imaginative, a bit more, godly, perhaps. We should not have done this. We should not have killed this thing from the sky. I am not entirely sure it is dead, or that such a being can ever truly die. It's dead, believe me. I have slain enough giants to know when one is finished. Ah, that's what they are on. Oh, I skipped a panel, but I was wondering what they were looking at. It left us no choice. It was rampaging, going berserk, trying to tear open the earth itself. It thought this world weak. Oh, it thought this world weak and unprotected. It was wrong. Ugh. It was sick, like a boar when it foams at the mouth. Among my tribe we have healers who can cure such ills. We should have tried to save it. I fear for us now. Oh yes, by the way, my question was answered. He is black also. Why are there different colored gods? I mean, do they get tanned also? Do they have various melanin in their skin also? I wonder. Who's this, and who's this, and who's this? And who's this? I'm guessing this one is Odin. Looking less fat for sure. I fear what next will come from the sky. This time not mindless, but sick only with vengeance. You slew a mad celestial 1,000,000 years ago, one of the most powerful, unknowable forces of cosmic nature that anyone has ever encountered, and you buried it under the plains of what is now Africa, my home continent. I wanted to nail it to the moon as a warning to the others, but as I told you, the wizard was stubborn. I'm not sure how nailing it to the moon would have gone down, to be honest. How would they actually even achieve that? Through magic, I'm guessing, but I can't really visualize how they would have done such a thing. I still can't really visualize how they buried it either. They conveniently didn't show us that bit. And also, in the Marvel universe, it seems that the Viking religion is the true religion. Or maybe it's a mix. I don't know who those other people were. Those other gods. And the Black Panther I don't think was part of the Viking religion. But Odin seems to be a pretty key figure in all of the god club, shall we say. So Vikings had a lot of truth according to Marvel. Why do they not choose Christianity or Islam or Sikhism, perhaps? Well, maybe there are a lot of gods to go around, so I suppose it's possible they exist also. But no one mentioned Odin in the Bible, curiously. Rest assured, I will deal with this myself. How is he going to deal with this? I'm not sure. And why did it take them 1,000,000 years to come and seek vengeance for that giant being slain? And why? There was something else. Why did it take so long for a start? I mean, that's the biggest question. And how is Black Panther going to solve this? And who is coming? Oh yes, that was it. And why does Odin think this is worse than Asgard being destroyed? Why is this worse? If they are coming, surely they will come for Earth. Or are they coming directly to him? And why is this Black Panther's problem? I'm guessing they are coming to Earth then. So if they are coming to Earth, why is this worse than Asgard being destroyed by the whatever it was? But it's not buried anymore, apparently. Then where is it? Where is the fallen celestial? Sigh. My son came to visit me yesterday morn. Thor. Yes, I heard he had regained his mantle. No. Oh, I just realized his one eye here. Didn't notice it before. Well, I should have noticed it there, I suppose. He looks very moody to me. Not Thor. You do this to torment me, don't you? Hey. He looks quite young in this. Coming before me like this, with no shame. With more gall than any creature that has ever dared to live. This is how you torture the god who saved you, Loki, who raised you as his own. Is he always going to bring this up? I mean, surely I don't know. I can imagine him constantly drilling this into his head. Actually, I came to see what you'd done with the old place since you moved back. Frankly, I can't say I'm impressed. I'm afraid I'm a bit confused, though, All-Father. What does All-Father mean? What's the all about? How exactly is it that I'm tormenting you so? Do tell. It's not like I've lashed you to a rock with the entrails of your murdered son, while a snake slowly drips its venom onto your face. No, that's what you once did to me, isn't it? Wow, that is very brutal. Which son did Loki have? I have no knowledge of this. Lashed you to a rock with the entrails. I thought he was making a joke. Entrails of your murdered son, while a snake slowly drips its venom onto your face. What was the purpose of this venom? My goodness. Very mean, father. He clearly missed out that part in his speech up there. You know how it is you torture me. By coming here and forcing me to see you, still living, still breathing my air. Wow! There is a extraordinary tough relationship between these two. I'm guessing Loki has been up to lots of mischief previously. Not surprising. You so enjoy flaunting it in my face, flaunting your continued existence. Wow, extraordinary father to me. It torments me, Loki, that you still live. I do wonder what it is that Loki did in the comic version, in this timeline. He looks pretty cool here, doesn't he? It almost looked like he wasn't wearing this. It looks like this is attached to the antler. And I can't see this golden bit on this side. Can you see it? Maybe there's a little tiny thin speck of gold, but not very clear, not thick like this, from what I can tell. I like the way he looks though. I'm not sure why he's wearing fur, and why he's wearing leather pants, but still looks pretty slick. And I'm sensing tension. Is it my fault you can't bring yourself to kill me, father? No matter how desperately you might want to, with every aching fiber of your ancient omnipotent hide. I should have done it when you were a babe, when I found you alone in your frost giant crib. Well, his origin is the same as the movie. I know nothing about the comics, so I relate to this crime. I should have buried my spear in your soft little flesh and never once looked back. Just because he turned out evil doesn't mean you should be killing babies. You are very creepy to me. Here, only Odin would prefer murder. That is what I am saying to you. He thinks like me, that Loki. Very clever. Only Odin would prefer murdering an infant to facing the full-grown consequences of what he hath wrought upon the realms. Yes, you created him, Odin. You are a bad father. You tied him to rocks and put venom in his face. What did you expect would happen? Of course he is crazy. Go, leave me to my ruins and my suffering boy. Or perhaps I'll find someone in this realm who is far less averse to killing you. You're right, father. I do want you to see me. To see what grand new sagas I weave in your unholy name. I'd wager you don't even remember telling me the stories. You never noticed I was there, just a child listening alongside your throne, while you regaled the drunken gods of Asgard with tales of your exploits at the dawn of man. Tales of battling celestials and rampaging hordes of demon apes. Demon apes. And underwater savages. And monsters the size of mountains. I thought of Aquaman as an underwater savage. And monsters the size of mountains, tales of playing with fire. Why is Odin letting him get so close? You should be very careful, Odin. He might stab you in the back. For someone who hates him and wants him dead, I mean. He could have kept the distance a bit. Your precious Thor was busy being Thor, but I was always there listening, father, and now I'm here to finish what you never could. Ymir's bones, is that... Who's Ymir? I come to you, our father, reborn as Loki the Life-bringer, the great Rejuvenator and Resurrector, Loki the bloody builder, Loki the savior of us all, and father, as you can see... By the way, is Odin supposed to look shocked at the moment? Is he supposed to look in awe? Because this Ymir's bones is that dialogue makes it sound like he is absolutely amazed at what he's seeing, and yet that face does not match what he's saying at all. He looks pretty stern, well, and bored, honestly. He looks pretty excited, however, like a gremlin. Let's see what it is. Oh, wait. I did not come alone. Oh, we are back to the present. Are you telling me Loki has somehow harnessed the power of a celestial? You saw this with your own eyes. Oh yes, why is Black Panther so knowledgeable about the celestials? Why does he know about these gods and beings? Has he encountered them before? I'm telling you, the final host is coming, and your world will need you, Panther, to lead the way, just as you should have done at the dawn of it all. And I will need you too. When you find Loki, I am asking you to do what Thor would never be strong enough to do. What I am too weak and tender-hearted to ever do myself. So, in other words, you're not strong enough to do either. I need you, Black Panther, to kill my son. I think my new friend remembers you, father. Is this a celestial? I don't really know much about them, honestly. Weren't they in the people linked to the Infinity Stones? They were the only people or beings capable of harnessing them, were they not? Somehow harness the power of a celestial. Is he controlling them? Nice shoe, by the way. Well, he seems to have turned out all right. I mean, he's still here, isn't he? What was the point of that? He just came along and punched him in the back, and then he just wanders off on his own. What's the word? He just wanders off moody and troubled as usual. I wonder how that ended. How did he escape? Or did they just leave him? I will deal with the mess you left buried for 1,000,000 years, old father Odin. And if Loki must die to save the world, I have never been afraid to mete out such justice. But the king of Wakanda is not a hired assassin, not even for the gods. Save the world? You misunderstand badly, Panther. Okay, I'm a bit confused. There seems to be two stories going on at the moment. Or are they linked? I don't see how they're linked. Unless that celestial that Loki has found is also the same one coming to Earth for revenge for that giant that was killed 1,000,000 years ago. Their aging must be very different, these Celestials, because 1,000,000 years is way too long to suddenly remember to hold a grudge. I speak only of death and damnation. There is no salvation to come, not for any of us. Well, you got out of that guy's grip easy enough, it seems. He is fine, walking around as usual. Or is there someone bigger coming? You cannot stop the final... Who is the final host? That's a dumb name. No matter what fools you might recruit to your cause. We shall see about that. I know some rather impressive fools. Where are the other gods anyway? Can they not all band together? It's hard to feel much when I don't know what this final host is. Midgard Manhattan. Valhalla's boar. That's very ironic. Call him. Valhalla is the like heaven for the Vikings. It is time. How do I read this? Do I go here then there or here then there? I'll go here. Midgard is undefended. And I am restless, which is a danger in and of itself. We must act now. He only just woke up from a coma. Maybe we should give him a few more weeks. All right, I'm doing it. I think I read it wrong. Oh well, I'm not used to comics. Ah, Thor has a nice haircut. Looking pretty big. Much bigger than the film, like I noticed from the cover. So does Captain America. He has quite a big chest. Hey, Tony. Yeah, it's Steve. I think it's time we talked. Right, about that. And yeah, on the mighty Thor. Just the three of us. That does not look like three. Who is this, Doctor Strange? Why has he got a sword? Marvel. She-Hulk, I think. Ghost Rider. What are they looking at? Just the three of us, meaning Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. And then there's all these people, but then Iron Man's already there, so I don't understand this picture. Is something attacking the Earth? Wait. Midgard. What's Midgard? Is undefended, and I am restless. Where is the actual Hulk? The original Hulk? Where is he at? And how was the second one? Who isn't even that big? If that is She-Hulk. I think it is. I do wonder what they are looking at, but they are covered in rubble around them and ruins. It looks like that is the end of that. Washington, D.C., the National Mall. For your predecessor, the first super soldier, it was all so simple. Captain America was right because America was right. And Captain America was good because America was good. Yes, that really would help, wouldn't it, to be a hero if your country were the good guys. That is for sure. So much has changed. No. What does this say? No. I have no clue what's going on. The great wars are over, they say. Hydra will rise. Hydra are like the enemies of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, Hydra was... Well, in the films, Hydra is who the Red Skull was a part of. He was the leader of the Hydra, but they also infiltrated SHIELD in modern day during the Winter Soldier film. So they are very sneaky people to you. He looks like Aquaman with this fish scales. The great cause is all decided. Morality is a relic, all is choice, everything relative. What is the import of good and right in this divided and muddled America? Where is she? Oh, there's people in tubes behind her. Are they all super soldiers? I am told the super soldier still calls himself captain. But captain of a what? I know what your media has told you, but we are not what they say. Like you, we rebelled against the old world elites. Who are these, the Tsars? I've no clue. Like you, we embraced revolution. You and I were allies once, revolutionary allies. Power elite protocols engaged, but not because we were good. Because we were wrong. Who is this guy? And I have always loved America for this reason. America is right. I have no clue what's happening. Because America is strong. So much has changed, my son. Is this a new super soldier? Ah yes, it looks like she engaged this soldier who is controlled by an iPad for some reason. And he jumps out of the plane, and there are these protests happening, and he's shooting them for some reason. It seems like it was a fairly peaceful protest, even though it was people supporting Hydra. And this seems overkill, shall we say. Well, he came a bit late. We the strong are now plagued by parasites, feeble minds. I like this frame. And captains of nothing. So that boys like you die nameless in deserts, and the people do not honor them. Our boys. Why do they not make girl versions? Surely it's possible with amazing serums. But we who love America have forged a sacred trust. Thaddeus Ross of defense, science, commerce, and God. She thinks Americans are gods. This sacred trust stands against the weak, the parasites, the feeble minds. I think she is a bit crazy, to be honest. Captain America still won. I think you need to adjust a few things in your experimentation process. But maybe he wouldn't win against 2 of them, or 3 of them, or 4. And we will prevail, my son. Hate us for our strength. Oh, they speak. Okay. They look like clones. Our boys dying in deserts. So that America may be strong again. Why is this crashing? Why is this crashing? Where did that come from? Bit random. I'm guessing they caused this, perhaps. Right again. Won't let you down, won't forget. Born again. Our boys, our boys, our boys, our boys. Very repetitious. To be continued on July the 4th, 2018. In Captain America #1. How many #1s are there? That's something that confuses me about comics. It seems like there's consistently loads of #1s over and over again. It makes everything confusing. Captain America defeated Hydra, but even more sinister forces are rising to fill the vacuum left behind, who are the power elite. And are they already too strong to be stopped? Well, that is their target, isn't it? To be strong. You know, what I read, neither of them were fully fleshed out. That little short story was interesting. Very creepy people. I wonder if she works for the government. Or are they a rogue group? Does she have anyone else working with her? Or is she the only scientist? I'm assuming she's a scientist. The first story, it was longer, with Odin and Black Panther and Loki. You know, I was intrigued by that giant celestial. It was a bit dumb. They killed the celestial 1 million years ago, and now something's coming back for revenge. But I forgot what it's called, the final something. Dumb name, but I wanted to see what it was, what it looked like. I'm not sure if it was that celestial which stomped Odin to the ground. And we didn't see how he escaped it. And we didn't see what happened to Loki, or the celestial, or what that thing was that is coming. But I think that's the point of comics. They want to intrigue you, to keep you reading on. In the next issues, you know, I enjoyed it. I thought the art was good also. Thank you for your crimes. Tell me your thoughts. And remember, chomp on that subscribe button. If you would like to eat the cheese, I do hope to read some more Avengers in future. Farewell. If you have any suggestions, do feel free. My munchins. Take care, my munchins. Ah!